Well, more controversy in the Labour Party as the Rachel Reeves scandal thickens. Keir Starmer has exposed her for her lies, claims she never told the truth, and now the PM has big questions over his control of his party and those close to him. This is disgraceful. And do you know what the worst thing about it is? The PM is going to do nothing about it. There is hypocrisy. The British public are outraged as they compare what happens if you do the same thing as Rachel Reeves, the consequences the government have shunned on them, and why Rachel Reeves is somehow getting away with scot-free murder. This is a disgrace. Welcome along to True Brit Media. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. We are so close. Help me get there. Hit the like button if you think Rachel Reeves should be sacked today, and get in the comment section and let me know on how you feel Keir Starmer has handled this business. As I said, this is the channel that speaks the truth, exposes the truth, and lives the truth. The truth must be heard as the media don't want you to know it. Let's get into this story then and show you some clips, some news of everything that's gone on today. So we all know that Rachel Reeves failed to get a license for the property that she was renting, and that is a law-breaking situation. She's got herself in a right state of affairs, and everyone has been crashing in on her. Well, the Prime Minister yesterday said, do you know what? All is forgotten, all is forgiven. She emailed me. She was open. I've spoken to an independent inquiry. It's all okay. Well, a new revelation has come out. Oh boy, this one's interesting. Keir Starmer has decided to actually turn his stance. Have a look at this. It says here, Keir Starmer publicly berates Rachel Reeves after House ruling break, but refuses to punish her. That is the most frustrating thing. That is the absolute crime of it all, that he will still not punish her. He will still not sack her. He will still not reprimand her, which is why everyone is outraged. Here we go. The PM has aired his Chancellor and her husband's dirty laundry. Sir Keir Starmer has refused to punish Rachel Reeves for breaking housing rules once again after taking the advice of his ethics chief. In a newly released pair of letters on Thursday evening, the PM publicly chastised his Chancellor and her husband for not showing him emails with their state agency sooner. He told her in a letter, "It is clearly regrettable that the information in this correspondence was not shared with me when you wrote to me last night, but I fully accept that you were not aware at that stage of these emails. I understand that the relevant emails were not only unearthed by your husband this morning and that you have updated me as soon as possible." I mean, how crazy is that? Apparently, these new groundbreaking emails were only discovered this morning. Really? After ironically everything comes out about it, after ironically that you've been exposed for breaking the law, you've now decided to find an email to try and cover your backs. And guess what's fraudulent about it? That Rachel Reeves and her husband are still not taking blame and accountability. They're sort of throwing it onto the estate agency, and they're also saying that it was a mistake. We can all see through your bullshit. We can all see through your lies. You tried to do a loophole. You tried to save a few quid, and you've been found out and exposed. It's disgusting. Have a look more at this because it just gets worse. These revelations. I accept you were acting in good faith when you wrote to me last night. However, this is what Keir Starmer's saying. It would clearly have been better if you and your husband had conducted a full trawl through all email correspondence with the estate agency before writing to me yesterday. Basically, Keir Starmer is turning around and saying, you just need to check your emails a little bit better. So apparently it's okay, guys. It's actually okay to break the law if you don't read through your emails properly. That's outrageous. But let's continue because it just gets worse. The PM's advisor on standards, Sir Laurie Magnus, said he thought Miss Reeves made an unfortunate, but remember, an inadvertent error. Sir Laurie added that Chancellor assured me of a confidence that all relevant facts had been disclosed. This is the bit that absolutely breaks me. He said it was clear her husband, who is a top civil servant, so he's no numbnuts, he's no thicker, he knows the bloody game, did not recall the exchange, which took place at a very busy time. People, if you want to break the law and you break it, your response now needs to be, I'm sorry, officer. I'm sorry, the judicial service. It happened at a very busy time. Because remember, it's one rule for the politicians and one rule for us. Or are we equitarian? Are we living in the same law-abiding country? Because remember, Rachel Reeves and her husband are allowed to say they made a mistake because it was at a very busy time. Imagine if you and I did not pay our council tax and we turned around to the council and said, sorry, I forgot to pay it because it's been a very busy time. Are the council tax going to turn around and go, that's an inadvertent error, that's a mistake, that's unfortunate, we'll let you off? No, they go, do you know what? You now need to pay the full council tax up front in full for the next year because you made one mistake. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this two-tier system. And it's right in front of us, and they're waving it around like it's all okay. It winds me up to the hills. Honestly, though the mixed messages from the Chancellor are regrettable, he said there was no evidence of bad faith. Of course not. In her earlier letter to the PM, Mr. Reeves claimed she and her husband were not aware that a licence was necessary to let out their South London home and shifted the blame onto the estate agents. Of course you did, you coward. But also, bullshit. You know the laws. You know the laws. Why is she lying? Why is she shifting blame to the estate agents? The estate agents apologised to the Chancellor for their oversight, but today emails emerged confirming her husband had in fact been told about the licence. Damn. Today, the letting agency and my husband have found correspondence confirming that on July the 17th, the letting agent said to my husband that a selective licence would be required and agreed that the agency would apply for the licence on our behalf. They've also confirmed today they did not take the application forward, in part due to a member of staff leaving the organisation. The Chancellor added that she accepted a lot of responsibility to secure the licence. No, you're still trying to blame the estate agents. You're still trying to blame them instead of going that. And the reason why I won't put up with this is because if you are chasing something, if you're aware of something that's going to be massive in your life, such as renting your property, and you see an email correspondence, but remember, they never trawled through their emails properly, and then you know in the back of your mind something needs to be done about a license, you're going to chase that up. You're going to email or phone the estate agents, go, we sent an email, you told us you're getting a license, where are we with that? No normal person will sit there and go, oh, I'm not going to follow that up. Rachel Reeves, you've been found out. You've been exposed. And Keir Starmer, this is the mad thing about it all. Keir Starmer is exposing her. He's throwing her under the bus, but doing nothing about it. He's not punishing her. And that makes Keir Starmer look just as worse. That makes Keir Starmer look like an idiot, a fraud. It looks spineless. Look how the public have reacted to this as well. Look how the public on social media have reacted. They're furious. Look at this tweet here. A Labour prosecuted and fined a landlord, prosecuted and fined £66,000 by Labour authority must now sell his London house for a simple oversight in failing to renew selective licence while on his holiday. So the same thing that Rachel Reeves has done, in fact, no, because this landlord did have a license, just forgot to renew it. Rachel Reeves didn't even bother getting one, has been fined £66,000 and had to go find new property. Basically, his life's been made hell, and they persecuted him. So if that happens to some average, normal landlord in London, why is it not happening to Rachel Reeves? The standards are absolutely shocking. And then look at this. Look at this, because I find this absolutely brilliant response here from Susan Hall. Are you coming to this chap's aid, Keir Starmer? After all, he made a simple mistake. Because remember, guys, Rachel Reeves was allowed to make a simple mistake. It was during a busy time. She didn't trawl through her emails, and she's been let off. And yet someone else has been persecuted 66 grand and also finally been told to find new property. Bullshit. Finally, to summarize all this ordeal, just to be clear, the facts, not rumours, speculation, the facts. The Chancellor broke the law. Do something about it, Kier. The Chancellor misled the PM, the ethics advisor, and the country on why she broke the law. The Chancellor has previously demanded the resignation of political opponents for breaking the law, even though they did so inadvertently, like her. The Chancellor was elected on a manifesto that stated politics should be driven by a sense of service to the country, not considerations of party or self-interest. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. She breaks the law, she's got away with it. Normal people break the law, they don't get away with it. Keir Starmer, you're an idiot for exposing this information. You're an idiot for showing the public what the truth is, and their awful excuses behind it. Both of them, Starmer and Reeves, need to be sacked today. And if you agree with me, then smash a like, watch another video on the channel on this end screen right now to support the channel, and let me know your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I'm out of here. Ta-da.